So in this video, we're continuing with the Swadeshi movement. It was during the Swadeshi period that Tilak began organizing the Ganapati and the Shivaji festivals to bring the masses together, unite them, and develop a feeling of oneness amongst peoples from all walks of life. Today, you would see that the Ganapati festivals are on such a grand scale that so many people actually come and get together and enjoy these festivals. You have to thank Tilak at some level, because it was Tilak who started the Ganapati festivals on that scale in the early 1900s. The tradition continues to this day. Traditional folk theatre forms like jatras were extensively used to further the message of Swadeshi. The Swadeshi movement also laid great emphasis on Atmashakti, which roughly is the equivalent of self-confidence and self-reliance. Atmashakti was important to reassert national dignity, honor, and confidence. There were simultaneous social reform campaigns against caste oppression, early marriages, dowry system, consumption of alcohol, etc. One of the major planks of Swadeshi was education. Taking a cue from Tagore's Shantiniketan, the Bengal National College was founded with Aurobindo as the principal. The National Society of Education was also founded during this time in 1906, and the medium of instruction was to be vernacular. Vernacular means the local language, right? So the college that was thus established, the medium was supposed to be vernacular. So English was already beginning to be opposed by the nationalists, because they were controlling the administration through the English language. Now there had to be a sense of national pride, and that sense of national pride was going to come from the vernacular language. Hence, even the college under Aurobindo Ghosh was to be in the vernacular medium. Attempts were made to create indigenous industries as well. Prafulla Chandra Ray or PC Ray established the Bengal Chemicals Factory. There were other minor textile mills, tanneries, and companies that were started without much business acumen and out of patriotic zeal. In the field of culture and literature, the Swadeshi movement left a lasting mark. Songs by Rabindranath Tagore, Rajnikanta Sen, Dvijendra Lal Ray, and others became the moving spirit of nationalists of all hues. It was during this time that Tagore penned Amar Sonar Bangla. This later became Bangladesh's national anthem in 1971. You might also remember that it was Rabindranath Tagore that penned the Indian national anthem. He probably has the distinction of penning the national anthem of two countries. In art, Abanindranath Tagore broke the domination of Victorian naturalism and sought inspiration from rich heritage of Rajput and Ajanta paintings. The main drawback of the Swadeshi movement was that it was not able to garner the support of the mass of the Muslims, and especially of the Muslim peasantry. The British played the card of communalism well, and Bengal succumbed to it. The All India Muslim League was set up in 1906 with active help from the British. The worst part was that the mullahs and maulvis were pressed into action by the British, who issued diktats against cooperating with the Swadeshi movement. It was perhaps this active fueling by the British that led to the communal riots in Bengal during the Swadeshi movements. The movement subsided after 5 odd years. The Swadeshi movement had fired the imagination of the youth. It had instilled in them the Atmashakti the leaders so desperately wanted to instill. The result was the rise of revolutionary zeal in the nationalists, and Bipan Chandra called them as revolutionary terrorists for the want of a better word. We will, however, address them as revolutionary nationalists. Remember this. Okay? The Swadeshi movement could have been a lot more had a single leader emerged who could have effectively handled the communal issue. Then British rule in India would have been in deep trouble in the first decade of the 20th century. The movement still made great contributions in raising the national consciousness, self-esteem, and showing the Indian people that the British were not as omnipotent as a race that they claimed to be. They could be easily overthrown with coordinated action and revolutionary zeal. The movement also provided a base for future leaders to develop who were to prove significantly useful later on in the Indian national movement. Thus ended the Swadeshi movement, a beginning of a prolonged opposition to the inhumane British rule in India. Thank you.